Hey everyone, welcome to the channel World of Innovation. I am back again with the new topic of Syncthing. Uh, what we need to install the Syncthing and what is the use of Syncthing. I am going to tell you in my video. The first thing we were required to install Syncthing is we have a Ubuntu operating system. I have installed a fresh Ubuntu OS in my VirtualBox and I have assigned some resources to it. And currently, I have SSH my Ubuntu OS for the further installation. Let me introduce you what is the use of Syncthing and why we use Syncthing. Syncthing is a free open source peer-to-peer file synchronization application available for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, Solaris, Darwin, and BSD. It can sync file between devices on the local network or between remote devices over the internet. Data security and data safety are built into its design. Okay, what is the use? Let me explain you little more. If we have two FTP servers, file transfer protocol servers, which we use to back up our files, any important documents on the Ubuntu OS, and in any case, the that Ubuntu OS has been crashed or that your physical server got crashed or get busted, uh, in that case, if you have created any backup like on the daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and you are doing that manually and you forget to do that, and in that week or that day the server got crashed and all the important data will be lost. Here what sync thing is useful. We are going to need two servers in this scenario, uh, two Ubuntu OS. On both of the servers we have to install Syncthing and we have to share the folder by which Syncthing automatically copy the data from one server to other server. The priority one, which one you are using or your team were using, is the Syncthing one. Let's just take a example. And the other server Syncthing 2, which is backup server, which is not usable and accessible to your team members or the colleagues. We are operating primary server or the 01 server. Whenever we copy or we move any data on that server, that will be automatically copied by Syncthing to the 02 server or the backup server. This is the future scenario. I will going to guide you and I will make another video on that Syncthing for the two servers. uh, Currently I am going to guide you how you can install the Syncthing server. Okay, so we are going to install. The first thing we have to do is installing necessary packages. You have to run this command on your Ubuntu OS. After this installation, I am going to change my user and convert it to root user. Otherwise, every time we run any command, it will ask for the password. So I am going to change my user and I will show you how you can do in a simple script or the command. Let's just this installation gets completed. First, yeah, it is completed. Let me change. We have moved to our root user from the this my local user. The next step, integrating Syncthing's official apt repository. So I am going to run this command. This has been completed. Import stable version of Syncthing. I am going to run this command. It's done successfully. Now refreshing the apt packages index. Before the installation, you can run the upgrade or update command if any of the packages were remaining or missing to run our OS smoothly. So I have imported some apt and repository, and after that I just run this command sudo apt update. That will update the dependencies or any missing packages, right? And it has downloaded this size of file in these seconds. All done. Now we are going to install Syncthing. Approximately 11 MB size of package need to be downloaded, and then 26.9 MB will be needed to install these packages. We have enough space for these operations. Now we have to enable the service. Why we enable services in the Linux or Ubuntu or the CentOS? If any time our server gets restarted, if we have enabled that service will be restarted by itself. Otherwise, every time you have to start the service, whatever service that was running on that server. Currently our Syncthing is active and running. Now what we are going to do, we have to done a simple step of configuration. I am going to change my directory, so I don't have. Let me check. Okay, we don't have directory. I have that. Okay, so I am going to done this manually, and we are going to change it to, let's see if we have installed or not. Let me find where our configuration file is. Okay guys, I have find the location. So let me show you. You have to do what? You have to find this location what, where the Syncthing folder has been reside onto your Ubuntu OS. By default, the path for sync installation is this. Uh, in the home directory in your user, in that config directory, then Syncthing folder will be reside, where all the configuration files can be used, and we are going to change them or update them according to our requirement. So this time the path will be not as the same. So I have configured it. The Syncthing uh, folder is resides at this path in the home directory. Add my user in this directory, then this directory, and this is the directory where this config.xml file has been resided. So I am going to edit it to add some changes or make some changes to access the GUI for the Syncthing. So I am going to change. By default it will be this. If I am show you, by default Syncthing web UI is accessible locally at this address. Navigate to this, we are going to change it with this IP, which is my machine or the server IP. So I am going to change it. This is the current IP on which I am running my machine. Okay, I have done the IP change. Then we have to restart the service. Okay, let's check it is active or running. Yes, it is currently active or running. Now we have to do some configuration in our firewall. For the testing purpose, I have already disabled my firewall, so I am going to skip these steps. Then the last step, now we are going to access our web UI. So let's just check. Yeah, we have successfully accessed the Syncthing GUI by using this IP. And this is my machine name. What is these two notification? The Syncthing admin interface is configured to allow remote access without a password. So currently we haven't entered any username or password, and this is the default GUI. This can be easily give hackers access to the read and change any file on your computer. Please set a GUI authentication user and password in the setting dialog. Okay, we are going to use username password has been not set for the GUI authentication. Please consider setting it up if you want to prevent the other user on the computer from syncing accessing thinking, and through it your file. Consider setting up authentication. Both these notification are the same. I am going to uh, use a username and the password as well. So let's save it, and we have successfully logged out from the GUI. So I am going to enter now username and password. And now every time I am going to access the GUI, it will ask me for the username and password. This is how you can uh, access your Syncthing GUI and set up the username and password. Uh, this is the default GUI dashboard. We haven't shared any folder or directory yet, and this is the only machine. When we are going to add another backup or the Syncthing 02 server, that will be visible here, and from here you can add the second server and many more servers. So hope you guys understood the installation and configuration very well. Please you can comment, you can ask any query under my video comments, and please like and subscribe my channel and share with your friends, colleagues and students. Until then, stay blessed, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.